the next video. In today's video I will show you how to do speech to text translation inside your React Native application. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, I have created a React Native application and I will be enabling the new architecture for it. So all you have to do is search for new arc enabled. So I will just search for new arc enabled and make this as to inside gradle.properties. And then for iOS you have to open your project inside terminal. So then cd to the iOS directory and then run this command. So this will enable the new architecture. Then so this is a turbo native module. So if you want in-depth explanation you can go through this doc, but I will just show you how to do this. So first of all, inside Android, go to build.gradle. Make sure you are using Kotlin version 1.8.0 as well as add this class path. Then app build.gradle. Here you have to add these two dependencies, implementation for activity KTX as well as fragment KTX, and you also need to add a Kotlin standard lib. And here you have to add apply plugin Kotlin Android. Next you have to create go to main activity.kt and convert this file from Java to Kotlin. You can do it via Android Studio. Next what you have to do is create this folder called RTN my speech to text, and here I have created an Android folder. Inside that, create build.gradle. Now this I have copied from docs. The only thing which you have to change is apply plugin Kotlin Android. You have to add this namespace, change this namespace, and also add Kotlin standard lib implementation. Next, inside src I have added main java com rtn my speech to text. First create my speech to text package.kt. again this has been copied from docs, only this name has been changed, this has been changed, and this and this has been changed. And next go to my speech to text module.kt, and here you can see that I'm actually asking for permission for internet. Like the reason being that you can't really write this speech to text code inside of an turbo module. You will require main activity for it, and given that internet permission is not a runtime permission, right? So there is no question of user accepting it or rejecting it. That's a cool trick which I found, so that I can move the callback to the main activity. If you have a better approach than this, do let me know in the comments, but this works for me right now. I know it is not the correct approach, but I couldn't find anything else to make it work inside the turbo module. So here you can see I'm asking for internet permission, and these two methods are only specific for iOS. That's why I have not written anything. And here we are requesting permission for Android. Before that I will show you guys a quick output. Sorry, I should have shown it at the start, but here you can see that I am clicking on change speech to text. And so what happens for iOS is that you have to pass a recording file. So first I have to record that file. So once you click on change speech to text, I'm actually recording the file, and once you click on stop recording, I stop recording that file and then send it to that synthesizer which converts speech to text. Okay, and sorry about the orientation. And this is for Android. Android is pretty simple. Once you click on the button, this modal pops up automatically. If you speak something in it, it will give you back the text, the actual text. Okay, so this will move the callback to the main activity. So I will go to Android, app src main java main activity.kt, and here you can see I have written the same code of internet permission. And why I was writing this code inside a main activity, because of this register for activity result. It is very difficult to write this inside turbo modules. I have also raised this issue multiple times inside the React Native GitHub repo, and I couldn't find any suitable answer for it. So yeah, So once you do a callback from your turbo module, the callback comes over here, and if all permissions are granted, obviously, because the internet permission is obviously granted, this is the boilerplate code for converting speech to text. This will actually pop up the modal for us and then launch an intent for us. And if something fails, I'm just printing it to the console. And this is just an helper method for checking permission was granted or not, and this is by default code present inside your React Native app. So once you launch the intent, the callback goes over here, and if we were able to convert speech to text, you get the data over here. Okay, it is an array list of string, and I'm just converting it to a string, but yeah, there are better ways of converting an array list to a string. So if you want, you can research on that. And this is actually sending the code from native side to React Native side. Next, what you have to do is inside RTN my speech to text, go to the GS folder, and I have created this TypeScript file, and these first two methods are for iOS, and this is for Android. Okay, and again this has been copied from docs, only this method names has been changed, and this has been changed. Next, package.json, again copied from docs, only this has been changed, this has been changed, this has been changed, and this has been changed. Next, I have created a podspec file, and this has been changed. Everything else is copied from docs. Now for iOS, what you have to do is go to the iOS folder. So first of all, go to info.playlist, and you will need to add this NS microphone usage description as well as NS speech recognition usage description. Next, you have to create a header file, and again this has been copied from docs only. This is an event emitter, so this is for sending data from native side to React Native side with the help of event emitter. This I have copied from Stack Overflow. Okay, so you have to create this header file as well as an event emitter file, which I have created. Next, you have to create a Swift file inside Xcode, and Xcode will ask, do you want to create a bridging header? Just click on yes, and here is the actual code for first starting a recording, then stopping that recording and sending it to speech synthesizer. So I have added these two imports first, then you have to implement these two things. Then this is for recording these two things, and this is for converting speech to text, and this is our player. Okay, and here first, when you click on start recording, we are creating a session of AV audio session, and then we start recording. So for that, we first ask permission, and if permission is granted, you come over here and then start doing the recording. And once you click on stop recording, we stop the recording and request for transcribe permission, which is the speech permission. And once that is granted, we fetch our audio file and send it to transcribe audio, and this will actually convert our speech to text, and this will send our data from native side to React Native side. And this is just an helper method which I have created again. Okay, next, you have to create this prefix header as well. So just right click new file, just search for PCH, and you will find this PCH file. Just name it as prefix header, and you will have to add this hashtag import as well. Inside bridging header, you will have to add this hashtag import event emitter.h, and then you have to create this header file. So I have just copied this from the documentation, and only this has been changed, this has been changed, and this has been changed, as well as this name has been changed. Then you have to create an Objective-C file, and make sure you change the extension manually to .mm. Then again, this has been copied from docs. For this should be your bridging header name followed by -swift.h. So my bridging header name is rnapp, and then this has been copied from docs. Here we are initializing our Swift file, and this has been copied from docs as well, only this name has been changed. and this is specific to Android, so we are not doing anything. And start recording, we are just calling the start recording method of our Swift file. For stop recording, we are just calling the stop recording method of our Swift file. Okay, and one more thing which you need to do is go to iOS. I will open my project inside XC workspace. While Xcode is loading, all you have, one thing which you have to do is, before running the app, is open terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, and then run this command. Once you run this command, you have to do cd dot dot. It will move you outside your React Native project. Then you have to run this command again. So here, this is my project name, so which you can see over here. So this is my project name, and this is the folder name which I have created. So change it accordingly. Once you do this, you have to do cd android and then run this command. Okay, then you have to cd to the iOS directory, the main iOS directory, and then run this command. So it will create pod of your folder. And the last step for iOS is, go to your RN app and just go to build settings, search for Apple CLang. Okay, you should come over here, Apple CLang language. Make sure the precompile prefix header is yes, and prefix header is prefix header.pch, which is the name of my file, prefix header.pch. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.